When you really think about it, insurance companies are behind some of the most well-known mascots and commercials in television history. You've got the Geico Gecko, Flo from Progressive, the Allstate guy. All of these characters have been immortalized in pop culture thanks to a slew of creatively quirky commercials created by these companies throughout the years. But there's one insurance mascot that in the eyes of many stands above the rest. It's the internet's favorite insurance mascot, the original Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Khakis.
Debuting in 2011, the Jake from State Farm commercial, with its simple premise and brilliant delivery, sprung Jake from State Farm into the pantheon of S-tier insurance mascots. The guy only had one line, khakis?
Khakis.
The commercial and the character garnered somewhat of a cult-like following, and many hoped that Jake from State Farm would be returning for future State Farm commercials. But unfortunately for OG Jake fans, he never appeared in additional commercials outside of a couple ad spots that just reused his original performance. And strangely enough, he was randomly replaced almost 9 years after the original commercial with an actor. And naturally, you had people who were upset about State Farm bringing back this iconic character but not bringing back the guy himself. And today I want to talk about this topic. I want to look into the origins of the original Jake from State Farm and also talk about why the company decided to replace him. This is the Jake from State Farm story. Today's video is sponsored by Raycon. They've got premium wireless earbuds at half the price of the competitors. Catch me balling out with my sleek and stylish Raycons, bringing that crisp audio to the court. These earbuds come in a variety of colors and patterns with plenty of fit options as well. Each pair comes with a portable charging case that can recharge your earbuds on the go, and when your earbuds are fully juiced, you'll get up to 6 hours of seamless audio playtime. I'm going hard in the paint with these Raycons, baby. Raycon was co-founded by Ray J, and other celebrities have co-signed the product like Snoop Dogg and Mike Tyson, so you're in good company. With that said, you can get 15% off your purchase of Raycon products by clicking my promo link in the description box. That's buyraycon.com/wavywebsurf. Let's get on to the video.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
So let's get into origins. The original Jake from State Farm was portrayed by, believe it or not, an actual guy named Jake. Jake Stone from Normal, Illinois is the man behind the iconic character. Back in 2011, Jake was 26 years old and worked for the State Farm Insurance Company at a call center located in Bloomington. He also worked part-time at a nationally famous bar called Pub 2. Anyways, one day while Jake was working at his State Farm job, he was talking to his friend named Dane Ramirez, and Dane told him that State Farm was doing a company-exclusive casting call. They wanted somebody from the company to portray a character in an upcoming commercial. So, thinking it was worth a shot, Jake actually auditioned for this casting call. And apparently at this call, he was only asked to say, khakis? Well, turns out that State Farm's marketing department really liked the way Jake said, khakis, because shortly after this, he was flown out to California and acted in the commercial you all know and love.
Khakis.
Jake was seen by millions and people fell in love with him and his character, even though he was only on screen for a few seconds. And honestly, this character wasn't even really a character, he was just playing himself. Jake from State Farm wound up becoming a meme on the internet, and the commercial would go viral on YouTube. Jake from State Farm was marketing gold, and Jake Stone himself became somewhat of a local legend in his city. He was often recognized in public and was stopped to pose for photos. The bar he worked at would frame his khakis worn in the commercial and hang them on the wall inside of the bar in his honor. State Farm undoubtedly greatly benefited from the success of Jake from State Farm, and it seemed likely that, they would be inviting him back to perform in additional commercials. But curiously, he never showed up in future commercials. Jake Stone only ever acted in one State Farm commercial. In fact, after filming it, he went right back to work at the State Farm call center in Bloomington and went on to live a mostly normal life. Pantagraph.com reports that Jake would leave his part-time job at State Farm later that year, opting to work more at Pub 2. I've also found a Reddit post discussing the history of Jake from State Farm, with one Redditor claiming that Jake would eventually go back to work for State Farm at a later date, citing a friend who worked with him at State Farm as evidence. So Jake may very well be working for State Farm still, but needless to say, he never got a main flagship role as like the company's mascot in a long-term fashion. And with that said, it's not known if State Farm ever offered Jake a permanent gig. If they didn't, they dropped the ball, definitely. That said, I would imagine Jake from State Farm's popularity was something their marketing department hadn't quite expected. It was supposed to be a minor inconsequential role. I mean, he only had one line. Even with Jake's popularity in mind, perhaps they weren't comfortable giving someone who wasn't a professional actor such a prominent representative role for the company. Whatever the case, the original commercial was a big hit and it's fondly remembered. Oh, by the way, that old rumor floating around that Jake died in 2015 was totally fake, by the way. Fast forward to 2020. It had been almost 9 years since Jake from State Farm graced TV screens. And in February of 2020, State Farm had a new ad campaign coming out. At first glance, it looks like our boy Jake was coming back. The commercial starts looking like the original from 2011, but then State Farm throws the world a curveball.
It's Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Khakis? Hey, do they ever ask you what you're wearing?
Yeah.
So it's Jake from State Farm, but it's not Jake from State Farm. Jake Stone actually cameos in the commercial, but like he's no longer Jake from State Farm. This guy is the new Jake from State Farm. And this actor's name wasn't even Jake, his name was Kevin Miles. They just depersoned our boy Jake Stone and replaced him like we wouldn't notice. Look, I have nothing against this actor personally, but this just felt weird. You have the character of Jake from State Farm, who was played by an actual State Farm call center employee, being replaced by an actor with no prior association with State Farm, now replacing the role of Jake from State Farm. It's just weird. Look, I think Kevin is a great face for the company, and over the course of the commercials that he's been in, I think he comes across as extremely likable. But the Jake from State Farm joke just doesn't work anymore, and using the character here just seems arbitrary at this point, like almost a nostalgia grab. Honestly, I think Jake from State Farm is an irreplaceable character. And if you were gonna go and replace him, I think the only thing you could really do is replace him with another person who is a State Farm employee, as that would be really the only way to pay homage to the actual true spirit of that character. When it really wasn't even a character in the first place, the dude's name was actually Jake and he was meant to represent the call center job that he did. And as you can expect with the rollout of the new Jake from State Farm, people online had some negative criticism directed at the decision to replace him. The new commercial on YouTube was overwhelmingly hit with dislikes and critical comments. So what was State Farm's rationale for doing this? When asked why Jake Stone was replaced by an actor, State Farm's marketing vice president Patty Morris told Muse, "Jake did great at delivering his famous line, khakis. However, this expanded role is very demanding and is best filled by a professional actor. Consumers will see Jake in culturally relevant moments being his usual helpful self. We use a fresh, updated voice tapping into things that are contextually relevant with our audiences." So basically, they'd been planning to do a vast expansion of the Jake from State Farm character and felt like they needed a full-time dedicated actor to pull it off. But like I said earlier, I think when you do pull an actor into this, it just doesn't really work anymore and it's an entirely different character. But hey, I get it. Jake from State Farm was a popular character and was a massive hit for State Farm's marketing. It would be stupid of them not to bring it back and milk it. However, I think it's undeniable that the original guy being an average Joe State Farm call center employee, it really just took it to the next level. Though I gotta admit, some of these new Jake from State Farm commercials have some pretty funny premises, like that Drake from State Farm commercial. That shit was fucking hilarious. I think new Jake is here to stay, and I wish Kevin Miles the best of luck, and I hope he has a prosperous career. And hopefully Jake Stone's doing alright too. I think he got married a few years ago, so good on him. But anyways, that's the story behind Jake from State Farm and why he was replaced. Let me know what you thought about the video down below in the comments section, and let me know who or what you want me to talk about next. I want to give a major shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys. Wavy Web Surf out. Peace.